Happy New Year, everybody. Welcome to Fiber in the Family, Episode 2. I'm Brian Clampitt, and this is my outstanding co-host, Meredith Clampitt Whaley, and we have a great episode planned for you today.
We have an awesome guest, a dear friend of ours, Andy Hudson, in the printing industry, a family business. So he goes into that and his journey. And what else?
And he brought his dog.
He brought Charlie.
So fun. We got a hot take on AI design.
Oh, yeah. Tips and trends section.
Definitely some industry news I'm actually pumped about today.
Yeah?
Yep.
And we have a little resolution talk. So resolutions and also
Buckle
starting
up.
2026 like a blank sheet of paper, a fresh start.
Love those good puns. All right.
Thanks for joining.
Thanks for joining. Let's enjoy the episode.
Welcome back to Fiber in the Family.
Happy New Year, Mare.
Oh my gosh, Happy New Year, bro.
I'm excited to be back with you.
Me too.
Episode 1, huge hit.
Yes.
Lots of traction, lots of feedback.
Tons.
Thanks, everybody, for watching.
Thanks for all your comments.
Listening.
Yes.
Yeah, loved it. Loved hearing feedback and just what everybody thinks about the news and the tips and the trends and the hot takes.
The hot takes.
So,
I love the hot and cold takes.
Another fantastic episode today with more tips and trends and hot takes.
Okay.
We've got some exciting news. And, of course, a wonderful special guest.
A fantastic special guest today. I'm pretty excited about it.
So, great episode.
Yeah.
But first, before we totally dive into this, Meredith, I was just going to ask you, share your heart on why we're doing this podcast.
Why we're doing this is we just really want to bring a little bit more light and community and foundation and enjoyment to the graphic arts industry, one fiber at a time.
One fiber at a time. Yeah, connect us all.
Connect us all.
It is.
Share stories.
It's huge. Stories are huge.
Huge.
Yeah.
So I think obviously we're both really passionate about what we do, and we're really lucky to be in this cool family business that's Clampitt Paper Company. So I'm excited to be here on episode 2 with you, my bro.
That's right. That's right. And we just want to advance this thing.
Yeah.
Not this thing, our podcast, but we want to advance this industry because it's special.
Absolutely.
It's impactful, and it helps people get their message out there. And
absolutely.
If someone has a message on their heart, we're honored to be a part of helping them get it out to the world.
100%, especially with this fresh new year, right? 2026.
Absolutely.
New goals. Speaking of that.
Speaking of new goals.
Resolutions?
Let's hear some resolutions.
This is a resolution I've actually had since July of this year for next year. Now.
Okay. So July of last year for this year?
Correct.
Okay.
July of 2025.
Got it.
I want to enjoy Sauvignon Blanc more. And that might sound crazy, but that's a blend of wine. I know you're not a wine guy. However, our dad is. Sauvignon Blanc is a interesting white, and I really do want to enjoy it more. So I've decided that
enjoy it more
because I've never really ordered them much.
When you say enjoy it more, like drink it slower?
No, I mean like try several of them because that's just not a blend I drink. And a lot of times, people are like, I want to go to the gym or I want to do, I'm going to do something
Drink
that's
more wine.
achievable. Okay. We're going to set my standards pretty medium this year. Okay. And I'm pretty excited about it.
I've never heard that statement before.
Really?
Set my standards pretty medium. But hey.
I mean, that's a quoter. If anybody wants to take that and quote it, set my standards pretty medium.
Set your standards medium, people.
Hey, not in business. My standards are.
Oh, okay.
But at home, pretty medium with with the whole Sauvignon Blanc goal.
Okay.
Yeah. What about you?
All right.
I bet yours are a little different.
Slightly. I'm more of a word for the year kind of a guy.
So not really a resolution guy.
Not really a resolution. Word for the year. I find that resolutions kind of
peter off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it's tough.
It is.
I'm sure we'll talk more about it throughout the episode, but
okay.
Word for the year this year, resilient or resilience. The ability to bounce back.
Okay.
So whoever's in traffic right now is not being resilient.
I was just thinking.
They're laying on that horn.
It was very New York of them.
But anyway, resilient. Just Hey, bounce back.
Resilient
You
is a
get knocked
really
down,
good word.
you get back up. You keep going.
Yeah.
Well, Happy New Year nonetheless. And I hope that, Meredith, your year, 2026, is your best year yet.
Oh, I hope yours is too.
I hope it's our best year for our podcast.
Me too. Fiber in the family.
Fiber in the family.
Do we have some industry news we want to get to?
We do have some industry news to get to.
Yeah.
First one, I am so excited to share this news with our listening family. A 15-year research study has just concluded, and they have found, get this,
What?
paper towels
Yes.
are more hygienic when drying off your hands than the blow dryers, the air dryers in public bathrooms.
Yes.
So
I
paper
love
towels are the choice, and I just loved it. Let me tell you why. Because it's paper.
Well, 100%. I love that too. I also personally have never really loved those air dryers, you know?
Yeah, I feel like
you're never fully dry.
you dry, and then you end up wiping your hands and your clothes
Yes.
anyways.
And then you're like, what if I accidentally touch the edge where other people have touched? And it's like, it doesn't feel hygienic either. So I'm
Yeah.
really glad that research has proven
Research has proven more hygienic. And it's interesting, I don't even want to begin to speculate. So they
Yeah.
just blow up the germs and get your hands more dirty? I don't know. So interesting.
Very interesting.
Glad to know paper is still in the mix, still in the game, and better for you.
Yeah. The more
It's better for your
hygienic.
health. Paper is better for your health.
Absolutely.
Let's go on record and say that.
I will follow you. I will die on that hill.
Okay.
Paper is good for your health.
Paper is good for your health. You heard it here first,
You
folks.
can even eat it. Don't eat it.
Don't eat it, but use it to dry your hands.
Absolutely.
All right, next up, we're a couple months deep, Mayor, into this coated paper price increase. It's funny that
Riveting.
that last month we talked about the coated paper comeback
Oh, yeah.
and supply and demand, if you will, maybe.
Maybe. Yeah.
Maybe bad business practices.
I think maybe there's been some mill closures and there's been some reallocation of assets at the mill level. So I think that played into it. Obviously, the tariff thing, even though some of our mills are here stateside, they get a lot of their raw material from overseas. So just because it's made here doesn't mean all of the pieces and parts and ingredients for it aren't affected. So I think there's a lot of that goes into it, unfortunately. But I do think it hasn't been as significant as maybe we thought it would be in July when everyone was we were all
Right.
kind of very scared. So I think there's been an increase, but I think it's been a little bit more mitigated. And so that's been maybe a positive.
Yeah,
So
absolutely. And what I appreciate about being a part of the Clampitt Paper family is that we've done everything on our end to absorb a lot of those costs. So we're not having to pass them on as much to our customers.
yeah, and I think our mills have done a good job of trying to mitigate it. We're trying to do our best job as well. Price increases are going to come. We all know that, but also different things we have like converting and different options, right? That's why you have a rep, a Clampitt Paper rep, a Clampitt Solutions rep, any of those, so we can help guide you and find the right thing and at your budget. So I think
Absolutely.
we just try to add that value.
And shout out to the paper mill guys, because they don't have it very easy. They take a lot of heat. They got to fight the environment battles. I mean, they got a lot against them, but they really do a good job of getting us all the things that we need.
Yeah, we've got some great partners, and hopefully Fiber in the family going forward, we'll have some of those partners on here to be fun.
I think we should.
Get their takes.
I think we should.
Yeah?
Paper mills. That's cool.
Paper mills.
Because
have you ever been to one?
Because no, we do not make the paper ourselves.
We do not
I know
make
sometimes we have to answer that a lot.
You're right. And we don't do any printing either.
We just sell all the things that
All the
they may
things.
need to print.
Exactly.
And I've never been to a paper mill.
It's really fun. We got to get you to one.
Okay. Next up in the news, sad one. We may need a moment of silence for our friends over at Color Dynamics.
That was really sad. That was a tough situation.
Printer closed in Dallas, 2 months ago?
Wonderful.
Last month?
Yes,
2 months
in
ago.
November of 25. Yeah. Really, really sad. It's a unique situation, and they sold the commercial division. The new owners did, and luckily, a good, there's some fantastic people at Color Dynamics, and a lot of them, have landed at other fantastic printers in the DFW area. And so we're really fortunate. We have a really great print community here, and we're really fortunate. So it's sad. It's really sad because, they did great work, great people, but I think a lot of them have landed and are just killing it now at their new spots. And so, but, it always hurts when somebody closes their doors as far as a print partner and customer. And so we feel for them and we wish them all the best, those people that have landed elsewhere in this 2026 year. And just holler if you need us.
Yeah.
We're here to help.
I almost want to do a moment of silence or, drop a word of encouragement in the chat for all those people. But you're absolutely right. It's a new year and a lot of them have a new, fresh start. And so we wish them well. We wish them the best.
100%.
And I think it's time to get this thing rocking and rolling.
Yeah. Let's get our interview.
Well, Happy New Year again. And let's jump to our interview with Andy Hudson.
Yes.
All right, welcome back to the episode, and we are honored to have Mr. Andy Hudson from ColorMark Printing and his sidekick, Charlie.
Yes.
The Golden Doodle.
The cutest dog I've ever seen. Golden Doodle Charlie.
But Andy, thanks so much for joining us today. Tell everybody just a little bit about yourself. Give us a quick background, quick introduction.
Sure. My name's Andy Hudson. I'm 49 years old. I grew up in East Texas in a small town called Mount Pleasant, and went to Baylor University and graduated in 1999 and went to work for ColorMark, where I still am. My father's business, he started in 1993. So,
yeah, y'all just celebrated 30 years.
Well, now we're at 32.
Right.
And kind of funny story behind the dad. My dad was a professional hockey player, played 8 years in the NHL. He's Canadian. I can't skate because I grew up in East Texas. But Dad started ColorMark in 93, and when I graduated college, he came to me and said, what do you want to do for after work? And I told him I wanted to go to work for him. So we never talked about it. I was just a very grew up day-to-day life with my mother, not my father. So for me, it was like, okay, this is my opportunity, regardless if I like the business or not, that I get to have a day-to-day relationship with my dad. So 26 years later, that's still what I'm doing.
That's awesome.
Cool.
I love that. That's a great story.
Yeah.
I didn't realize he was a hockey player.
He was.
That's cool.
Yes.
And Canadian.
As a matter of fact, he just got inducted into the North Dakota's Hall of Fame. So North Dakota's a big hockey school.
Yeah.
They've produced hundreds of NHL players. So he got inducted 2 months ago. We were up in North Dakota.
That's
so,
awesome.
Yeah.
Well, congratulations.
Nice
to
hearing
him.
hockey stories
That's
and
awesome.
stuff.
Now, I know you don't skate,
No.
play hockey, but you are pretty good at hockey of the South. That's what I call golf.
Golf.
So tell us about your...
I am now. I played baseball.
You're an avid golfer.
In junior college, I played baseball.
Okay.
And then went to Baylor with the intentions of possibly trying to walk on. Didn't happen. And
Sick 'em Bears, by the way.
Yeah. So I just played a bunch of different sports, and I was kind of good at everything, not great at anything. So golf was something that naturally came to me as far as something I could do forever. So I try to practice a lot and play a lot. And
How much do you get to play, would you say?
before marriage, I played probably 20 tournaments a year, practiced 3 days a week, and probably played 3 days a week. So now I play once a week, probably.
Once a week?
Yeah.
Okay.
But I still have some tournaments. She lets me keep the couple of
Nice.
ones that have been around for a long time. So I do that still.
That's fun.
And that's a lot of East Texas tournaments too. I go back home for that. So I have a lot of, if you don't leave Mount Pleasant, you're never going to leave. So a lot of my high school friends are still there that I still play to. So
That's fun.
Well, I think we already know the answer to this question because you're a golfer. But what paper person would you say you are?
we're going to go with Arnold Paper. Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Arnold Paper.
Yeah.
Okay,
Arnold Paper.
So that's my
It's
guy.
the Arnold Palmer lookalike.
Yep, he's got the golf clubs around his back.
Like the
Perfect.
little hat.
Little
taxi driver hat.
Yeah.
What do you call those? Fedora? No.
Yeah. No, I don't know what it's called. Maybe
If it's the Payne Stewart hat, I don't know what it's
Yeah.
called though.
Yeah.
We'll find out.
Yeah.
Leave it in the comments. We want to know what those kind of hats are called.
Excuse me, all 6 of you followers, please leave that in the comments. What?
It's awesome. So family business.
Mm-hmm.
Give us just some fun stories of working with family, working with your dad.
Okay. I'll start with
Give us maybe like a highlight and a low light.
Good one.
If you're okay with it, I'll start with something about your dad. So when I started at ColorMark, one of the very first calls we got was from Don. Do you know the story?
I don't know.
And he calls over there to my dad or to me, I can't remember, and said, "Hey, I want to take your son to lunch." And so went to lunch with him my very first week.
Just you and him?
Just me and your dad. And he just wanted to tell me what it was like to work for your father, what to expect, what to look forward to,
To work with our grandpa.
Yes. So he told me all about Max and what it was like to start, what he had to learn through that whole process, what it was going to look like. And so,
were these like positive comments?
Oh, for sure. For sure. He adored your as you know. And it made a good impression on me because I never wanted to be daddy's kid, you know.
Yeah.
And we have now 95 employees. At the time, maybe we had 50 or 60, but I made the decision from day one that I was going to be one of the first people to work. I was going to train every department. I was going to learn everyone's name and wife and kid and befriend them and just learn about them, the people that I knew that I was going to be able to. I didn't want them to ever look at me as daddy's kid that's going to,
100%.
you know, and I still had that complex. So to this day, you know, I probably go to work earlier now than I even did.
Yeah,
so I haven't learned my lesson.
5 a.m.-ish? It's pretty early.
But it's just, you know, on the one side of things it's my family's gone from my dad to 90 people I consider family.
Yeah.
On the flip side of that is I love those people so much and I'm a people pleaser, which is a terrible position to be as a boss. But it makes it hard when it's harder decisions to make. But fortunately, we have such an atmosphere that if something goes wrong or things are bad, the team we have, they're harder on themselves than I ever need to be on them. So I love that too. So
they obviously care.
They do. Dad's favorite saying is we have a lot of people that believe in the name on the front of the jersey is more important than the name on the back. And that's kind of
love that quote.
I love that saying.
That's kind of what he always said. Yeah. So.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
Team mentality.
Yes.
26 years, you said.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and you made that decision about going in early and being there. Would you say how quickly did that come for you? That's when you first started, or you sort of learned the ropes and then made that decision?
I think at the beginning it started from day one, but it was more at the time, again, just a complex of I wanted to make sure I was there. I wasn't looked at as anything with favoritism, and I wasn't going to be. I've seen the spoiled brat kid that worked for companies and they just never got respected, and I didn't want to be that. I think as years went on, I grew in the business. I developed a bigger role there. Now it just becomes naturally to me. Right. I want to be there. I get so much more done when people aren't there, for one, because I have relationships with everyone. So it's starting at 9 o'clock. My office is kind of revolving door, whereas I get there at 5 in the morning. I got 4 hours to knock a lot of stuff out before they get there. So
seriously, that's brilliant, actually.
So
speaking of spoiled brat kids, I remember learning that lesson the hard way. I was working down in our warehouse one summer, and our warehouse manager told me to sweep, and I was like, I don't want to sweep. I want to go riding on the trucks. And so, sure enough, I go riding on the trucks, and our dad heard about it, and he came back and lit me on fire. But he told me something, and I'll never forget it. He said, because you're in the family, you have to work twice as hard to get people's respect.
Absolutely.
And I just think there's a lot of truth to that, and I think you've done that very well, and then obviously had a lot of success because of it. So,
and I'll speak to Meredith's reputation just in the industry. I didn't know what to expect from you, and just you being kind of that same thing, and you have everyone's respect. I mean, in the industry, you really do. And it's so Meredith Clampitt is a name, and you've done a great job with it. It's
really kind.
From afar, and me sounding like I'm 70. I'm very proud of you from what you've done with that. So it's really cool. Yeah.
Thank you.
Way to go, Mayor.
That's so good. Thank you. It means a lot to me.
I know he's proud.
Thank you. I feel the same way. I remember when I started, I was like, why am I, I don't want to sit here in the warehouse or customers, and I learned very quickly there's a lot of eyes on you. You're working you know, I was not a great customer service rep. I have so much respect for our customer service team that they're fantastic. 'Cause I'm like, it was hard. It's really hard, but that's where you learn so much. And I just feel like I'm grateful that the way we learn,
Yeah.
right? You learn from going through it.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what's cool about the industry.
You asked me about a story that I could tell, but similar to your situation. So, and I don't think y'all know this. I interviewed Amber, my now wife.
Yeah.
So much like you working with your husband, I work with Amber, my wife. So 13 years ago, maybe 12 and a half years ago, I played a lot of travel softball at the time. That was kind of one of my activities. And I had a buddy that said, hey, I want you to meet this girl named Amber. She works for a printing company now. I think it was JMH. I'm not sure if they're around anymore.
I don't know.
They might be. But anyway, she was kind of looking. So I said, okay, I'll meet her. So I met her at a bar. I met her at, God, I'm going to butcher this, somewhere in Uptown. Can't remember what it was.
Say Milo Butterfingers.
No, that's where my mom and dad met, by the way.
Oh my gosh.
But met her at a bar down at Common Table. I think it was Common
Okay.
Table. And had the interview at a bar. We just talked, and it was real casual. That's how most of my interviews are. Not always at a bar, but casual. And
Just to clarify, you interviewed her to be your girlfriend, or you
No,
interviewed
so-
her to work for her?
Both.
So-
I got to see if she passes the test
and
here.
it was blind, and so I kind of met her there. I was like, okay, well, she's very attractive, and we had this long interview. So I leave the interview. My buddy calls me and says, hey, he said, how'd the interview go with Amber? I said, well, I'm either going to hire her or I'm going to date her. And so
Maybe both.
I hired her, and we worked together. We were friends for a long time, and then midnight, probably 6 years later, at what's the bar? Adair's in Deep Ellum. We had this discussion. It's like, should we actually try to date? And so we did. And then fast forward 6 years, we're married and have a
Gosh.
3-year-old.
Yeah,
So
I was
I'm way too old to have a 3-year-old, but I have a 3-year-old.
No.
Well, congratulations. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, so how do you balance?
Great.
We like talking all things family business. How do you balance
Yeah.
your work family and then
Well, we have 2 buildings. One's about 11,000 square foot, which is our wide format and a lot of our inventory. And then we have another 52,000 square foot. We are probably 30,000 square foot apart.
you? And
I'm
her?
on one end of the building. She's on the other end of the building. So that's part of it.
Okay.
She does work on one of the accounts that I handle, and does it. She's a wonderful.
What's her role?
So she's customer service.
Okay.
For one of our larger restaurant accounts.
Yes.
And so day to day we do work together, but I kind of leave her alone, and she does her thing. And if she needs me, she hollers at me. So
Yeah.
yeah.
I feel like
That's awesome. Good for you.
you have to
Yes.
have a little bit of separation. Like Peter and I are down, he's down the hall, but he's, out making calls.
Yes.
And sometimes he'll come in with a husband-wife thing, and I'm like, I'm busy. Or sometimes I'll go to him with something, and he's like, not now.
Yeah.
ColorMark's crazy.
And we kind of have a rule, unless it's like a 911, which those do happen with the client. We don't talk about work at home.
At home?
No.
That's smart.
It's very, when we're at work, we still talk about home.
Right.
But it's not vice versa. It does not hold true typically. So, yeah.
So you said unless it's 911 work at home, you don't talk about work.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, we'll talk
good-
about
a little bit.
relationships and
Yeah.
people at the office.
Totally.
Hey, because they're friends, right? We have lots of conversations, but it's not a lot of, hey, we're going to sit down at
Actual-
home and talk
yes.
about this job and that
Strategic.
job. And no, we don't do that. So,
That's really smart.
yeah.
Yeah. That's
Gotcha.
really smart. That's a good
Cool.
way to set boundaries.
Love hearing that kind of thing.
I'm the same with my dad. So that's kind of what we talked about earlier. Dad and I would play golf all the time. And we'd get on the golf course, and the first thing he'd ask me was, what about this and what about that? And finally, I was like, Dad, I go, just these 4 hours. Let's keep it separate. Let's
Yeah.
play our golf and enjoy this, and then let's
Yeah.
sit down afterwards, have a beer, and we'll talk about that stuff. So
Do you think that's generational? Because my dad is the same way. We'll talk about something personal, like what are we doing for Thanksgiving? What are we doing for Christmas? What are we doing for Valentine's Day? Whatever. And all of a sudden, I'll be like, and what's going on with that account? And I'm like, can we not?
yes, maybe it may be.
I think it might be. And there's this, I'm trying to set boundaries to have a small personal life.
right.
But I think it must be.
Yeah.
And that's just, that's all he kind of thinks about. And that's
Yeah.
it's been 46 years, right?
Yeah.
For him.
And-
And your dad is
And to my dad's credit, he has adapted a little bit with that.
Okay.
Now, I think dad for me now is not as he's not as day-to-day as your dad.
Okay.
So that's probably part of it.
That's true.
Yeah,
That dad is never going. He's
No, he's
never going to
not.
retire,
He's
and that's
not.
good. We don't want him to leave. He's too good.
I agree.
And your dad is too. How is he handling the kind of not semi, because he's retired, but
He's he's 6 months here, 6 months in Arizona.
Oh,
so
okay.
He leaves typically around. He left 2 weeks ago, so he stays there through end of April.
okay.
Good golf season there. Gets colder here,
I don't know if
so
I knew that. That's
yeah,
good for
he's
him.
there. And now he'll come back, especially now that with the 3-year-old grandson. It's his only grandson, so he'll come back as much as he can for some weekends here and there, and he'll come back still for when he's there. He's at the office.
Okay.
When he's in town, he's at the office.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. That's a decent balance. I'm
Yes,
impressed.
for sure.
Way to go, Dave.
For sure.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, now that you guys are kind of transitioning and all that's taking place, what would you say your passion point is, or your niche in the business? What would you say
That's easy for
gets
me.
you fired up?
I'm very relational. Like my favorite part of my job, I have several roles there, but my favorite part is sales. I mean, I have had in a lot of cases the same clients for several years, and for most of them, I don't call them clients. I mean, they're my friends.
100%.
And we text and we talk about things, and I don't do a lot as far as go to play golf with them but it's just a lot of knowing their personalities, knowing about their families, them knowing about mine, knowing, when someone's not feeling well or whatever. It's just, there's a lot of that, and that part comes easy to me. So that's the part I enjoy.
Well, and your clients that we have a few mutual clients, they absolutely adore you, and I know how much, like, you just go above and beyond for them. So
I love it.
It's very,
We
you have so much respect in the industry too. Brian's not in Dallas, but
yeah.
he knows the name, of course. So.
We were doing a big pitch the other day for a client. We were part of for RFP, and I got to thinking about it, and I was like, of all these clients that I personally handle directly, we have several others that I don't handle directly, but I was like, I can't tell you a single one of them that I solicited. It was, hey,
Referrals.
Call them, and then it was, that's where the relationship grew from there. And
That's huge.
We're world's worst about soliciting cold call business, and I'm okay with it because I like standing behind the fact that this is why we're here, and you called us, and we're able to help you, and we don't say no. So that's kind of
we'll figure out how to do it. That's what y'all do.
Well, you've obviously had a lot of success, and I love the fact that you're very relational, because I think that resonates with my personality too.
Mm-hmm.
Let's just be friends, and we'll do business too. But I just think that's awesome. So, what would you say are your, just as far as running a business or sales or kind of a combination of it, what are the keys to success? Maybe if you had 3 or 4 keys to success, what would they be?
I would say first and foremost, I think everyone that would say about me, they would say I'm positive. I don't get worked up in tough situations, or we got 911s, or machines down, or we had just recently, I guess it was maybe 3 or 4 weeks ago, copper thieves decided to cut our electricity.
My gosh.
Came back the next day after we spent 12 hours getting this thing, and did it again. Now, dumb of us not to have a security guard on duty that night, but we were down for 3 days, and just being able to deal with that, not get worked up about it. We had IT departments reworking us to the other building. We had people working on the floor. It was really cool seeing that and help kind of being a part of that. But I think, I kind of got off subject there, but it's just, even in that, yes, this happened to us, but look what we had to be positive about. We made it through this, and we get to laugh about this. I turned to one girl that worked in the one building that we were all kind of crowding her business. I said, how are you handling this? Because she's like, I kind of like it. Y'all are over here. We don't get to see this many people every day, so it's fun that you're over here. And I don't know. I don't ever look for the clouds on a sunny day. I just feel like the opposite. It's pouring outside, it's raining. It's look for the sun. And that's just how
I love that.
All my life, both my parents just were very positive people. If you don't ever feel sorry for yourself, you don't ever, you feel yourself going that route, then you just need some perspective and think about that, we're all 1 percentile when we're looking at the world. And I just think I think you think about that every day, and it carries on with other people, and other people see that from you, right? I mean, if you're positive and you're,
it's contagious.
We say fake it till you feel it, right? Sometimes when things are down and you just got to, I just got to power through this today.
Yeah. Because
somebody's watching you, and they're going to feed off that. And it's the same way the other way, right? If you're negative and you're always then you're going to bring people down. And I just have good days and I have bad days, but I think that everybody that would talk about me probably thinks I don't ever have a bad day. And
love it. So,
I like that.
like staying positive, being positive. What else would be another key?
I think that for me personally, I know my passion is I'm not money motivated. I'm more motivated I feel like if I'm doing well for the company and if I'm bringing in business or retaining business, I feel like whether they see it directly or not over short term or long term I feel like I'm helping provide for more people in the company. That's where I've got where I went from dad as my family and dad and Amber to, whether they feel that way about me or not, I feel like they're family. And that's, Amber's even said that a few times, like, why do you, this isn't your role. I was like, I know, but it kind of is because I want them to smile as much as I do. And I guess that's another thing that is passionate about. It's in my heart.
Yeah.
We absolutely wish you the best in everything you do. And then one final question I have, you don't have any more.
No.
But This is our January episode, New Year's episode.
Yes.
Give us your resolutions for the year, and then even maybe your industry predictions for the year.
Okay.
So it could be personal and professional.
I don't know about industry projections.
Personal,
the one thing I put on the back burner is actually working out and getting back into that. So I've got to start doing that. So industry wise, we're very blessed right now. So it's like I feel, especially with the printing industry, I feel like it's shrunk a little bit as far as how many of us there are. But I love like blanks, and Jeff and I get Girl and Greg, and we do overflow each other. I just think I love the fact that we can be competitors, but I think there's so much business here right now, and the size of how many printing companies there are that we can all prosper. And I hope that for you guys. I hope that.
I hope so too.
Yeah. So I know that losing a big player, I think those people are just going to find homes, and you're still going to retain that. So I think it's going to be a good year. So.
Yeah.
Awesome.
We're hopeful.
Yeah.
So you want to hit the gym, huh?
I'm going to try. That's what I've sacrificed.
This is a story of all of our lives.
I know.
So
they say that January is the busiest gym month of the year, and then right back down.
Yeah, for sure.
Right back down after that.
For sure.
Any other tips on how people can keep their New Year's resolution?
Ugh. You either have self-discipline or you don't.
I sure don't.
If you don't have it, accountability partner, maybe that works. My wife and I kind of do that pretty well with each other, but that's about it. So, yeah.
They say it's 26 days or something to make a habit. Have you heard that?
That's how I feel. I always think 3 weeks. If I can make it to the first 3 weeks, then you're in the routine. Yeah. And then once you have vacation, then you're screwed.
So
yeah.
I wouldn't know. The gym usually lasts about a week for me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's awesome. Great stuff. Great info. Thanks for your contribution to
thank you so much.
the Dallas area and
the printing industry.
This industry. So grateful for you, grateful for your friendship and relationship and just all you do. And thanks for bringing Charlie.
Yeah. Thank y'all for letting me have him. He was pouting.
So cute. Well, that was a great interview.
It really was a good interview. Nice job. I feel like you carried us a little bit. But definitely an awesome guest.
Great guest. I appreciate you letting me join, letting me help host.
Well, that's what a co-host does. They co-host.
Oh, is that where that came from?
You're killing it.
Wild.
You're killing it. Okay, time for my favorite part.
Okay.
Tips and trends.
Tips and trends.
New Year's edition.
Okay.
Here it is. First one, little tip.
Tip.
Get yourself some nice stationery.
Yes.
And write down your goals. Write down your resolutions. Physically write them down. Don't type them. Don't put them in your phone.
They do say that actually writing things allows you to remember them longer too.
Thank
It's all
you.
that haptics.
Thank you for stealing my thunder there.
Oh.
Yes. They do say that, and you are
I'm
correct.
so sorry.
That's okay, but that's why.
I just get so excited to talk about that.
We must have fiber in our family.
Oh my gosh. It's like a thread.
It is. It's like fiber
We're almost
optic.
like related or something.
Maybe so. It's not like we look alike or anything. But yeah, so write them down, and you're more likely
that.
to follow through with them. You're more likely to, like you said, remember them, accomplish them. So call up Clampitt Paper, order some paper, get a nice pen, write them down,
Write them down.
hang them up where you could see them.
Oh, hang them up. That's really smart. That way you kind of like remind yourself every day.
Yeah, because I tend to like
Do you
write
ever do,
stuff
like,
down.
mantras in the mirror? Like
Then you like close it in your book and put it away.
Yes,
But no,
yes.
like put it where you can see it every day.
That's so smart, actually.
So there you go. Little tip.
Little tip. And also,
2026.
while
New
you're
Year.
getting your nice stationery, though, it's also a good time to, write some thank yous to customers or things like that.
Wonderful idea.
I just love a handwritten note.
Absolutely.
So.
Who doesn't love, getting an envelope with your name on it?
I know.
It's just like, ooh, like this
Well,
is
and
cool.
something, and
Special.
something that's like actually written your name.
Yeah.
Like handwriting.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Not like another bill from the bank, you know what I mean? But like,
Their
Yeah.
credit card application.
yeah.
No more of those.
But it was fun. Like
Yeah.
last month, opening Christmas cards in the
Yes.
mail. Some people still do that. I recommend.
I do.
Get started early
I love it.
for next year. Anyway,
Anytime.
yeah,
All
good
right.
ones. Good tips.
Good tip.
Now let's go into some trends.
All right. What are the trends?
And I have a feeling I know what you're going to say.
Okay.
So here's the trend: AI design.
Ooh. Okay.
So it's out there. You can get it cheap, easy. What's your thought?
I have this. Okay. Everyone knows the triangle, right?
And I'm talking, I think it's probably assumed, but AI doing your graphic designing.
Okay.
That's what we're talking about.
Do not recommend. I have tons of friends and customers that are designers, and they're absolutely, brilliant. And that's a huge part of our industry and huge part of paper and picking beautiful paper. I think there are, some cool tools, like you can get inspiration from AI, right? Like that's cool. But actually having AI do your design, I'm not about it. I just think that's just not a good way to go personally. What about you? What are your thoughts?
I 100% agree with you.
Oh, thank goodness.
I 100% agree.
Thank goodness.
In fact, we've talked a little bit how I'm on a church planting journey myself.
Yes.
And so I played around with a little church logo design
How'd it
on
go?
AI.
Yeah.
And I've worked with a designer as well to help with the process. Night and day difference.
Yeah.
100%, 5 out of 5 stars recommend work with the real person.
Absolutely.
They're going to get to know you,
Yes.
who you are, what you represent, what you have in mind for your product, whatever it may be, anything. AI design, let's throw it out.
Throw it out completely.
Yep, throw it out completely.
All right.
Hard stance.
All right. I'm actually on board. Toss
Yeah.
it. Bye.
Toss it.
See you never.
Yeah. This is what we're all about. We're
Yeah,
about people.
Absolutely.
We're
And-
about authentic information,
Yeah.
not artificial intelligence, that kind of AI.
And I like the personal, right? Like you said, they get to know you. They get to know what your goals are. Like they go back through the history. So I think you're right. 100%.
Yeah.
Bye. See ya.
Absolutely. Even the fine folks here at Mallard Agency, which beautiful studio we're using,
Beautiful studio.
incredible designers.
Absolutely.
They just gave me a hat. Like, it's awesome.
They have a new sweatshirt I'm dying for also.
Same.
Same. How do we get one?
But you're right. You know a lot of them. Why don't you give a couple designer shout outs? And let me start with the one from our team. You can start.
Jessica Phillips is our director of brand strategy. She is fantastic. She does all of our Clampitt branded material. We also work with,
By the way, get yourself a new Clampitt calendar.
2026 calendars are
They're
out.
here. They're here. They're going fast.
My favorite thing is on the back side of each of the calendars, there's an activity.
There's a little game.
So even if you don't necessarily use a calendar, you can share it with someone who might. And then if you do use a calendar, after each month, there's another activity. So a second life, just like paper. Great episode.
Really good episode.
Yeah.
New year, new us.
New year, new me.
New year, new podcast, Fiber in the Family.
Fiber in the Family.
Like, share, subscribe.
Episode 2.
We want to help the graphic art industry advance, move forward, because it's special.
It is special.
We believe in it. And we'll see you next time.
Thanks so much.